using just your muscle power. We're going to really contract to build strength while we work on that mobility, okay? So let's start with the first main position. We're going to lift this knee as high as we can, directly forward. From here, we're going to open up the hip directly to the side, whoosh, point it that way. Try to keep your hip actually pretty stable and keep it from moving all over the place. All of the movement is coming from the leg where it connects to the hip. All right. From here, we're going to rotate the leg up so that the ankle comes up to horizontal. From the side, it's going to look something like this. Ankle comes up to horizontal. From here, we're going to keep going. Keep on bringing the ankle up. Bring the knee down, 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 down. And, oh, your hamstrings might be getting tight. Whew. From there, we're almost done. From here, we're bringing the leg down and back. We're flexing the hamstrings. We're flexing the glutes. We're feeling the stretch here in the front of the hip. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 loops of that. And we'll be done with one side. We're going to do the other side, do 10 rounds, and then we're going to reverse the whole thing. All right, let's get into the first 10. High knee, open, directly to the side, rotate the ankle to horizontal, rotate it some more, bring the leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, that's 1. Open, ankle up, down and back, that's 2. Open, ankle up, down and back, that's 3. If you need to hold on to something to support your balance, go ahead and do that. I think this is 4. Back, 5. Open, ankle up, down and back, that's 6. Open, ankle up, oh, I'm off balance, down and back, 7. Open, ankle up, down and back, 8. Open, ankle up, down and back, 9. Open, ankle up, down and back, last one, open, ankle up, down and back. Oh, that is some hip cars. Going forward, we're going to switch over to the other side. I'm going to scroll down in the chat to make sure there's nothing else coming in. And Therese says, you guys got this, woo! And Travel with Rexy says, we got this. Love it. All right, other leg, let's go. Keep that core nice and tight. High knee, side, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. That's 3, I think, maybe 2. I'll just count this as 3. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. I think that's 6. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 7. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 8. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 9. Last one. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 10. Oh, those are hip cars going forward. Depending on which is struggling more, you might have a bunch more muscles activating when your legs are doing all of the movement. But the leg that is helping keep you stable, keep you balanced, is trying to counterbalance you with these tiny little bitty muscles when your leg is way out off to the side, and that hip might also be working super hard. So, you got a second here. Let's do a little shake. Let those hips relax. And we're going to get on into hip cars going in reverse. All right? In reverse, we're doing the same main spots that we hit in the forward direction, but we're going in reverse. It's slightly different. So let's talk about that. I want you to keep the core nice and tight first and foremost. When we start, we bring the leg down and back. Because it's the first move, we tend to get a little aggressive and intense with it. And when you do, oftentimes start doing a little bit of this twerking with your low back. We don't want too much movement here because it will cause your low back to get a little achy. So I want you to keep your core tight, like you're about to get punched, so you're bracing, keeping it nice and strong so that when you get into this movement, you're feeling the stretch here in the front of the hip and not that in the back. All right, let's go. Core tight, bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes just like before. Stay nice and tight. Lift the leg directly to the side. From here, we're going to rotate the ankle up as high as you can. Bring the ankle all the way down and bring the knee forward. All right, that's 1 rep. We're not gonna count it because we're demonstrating. We're gonna do 10 starting right now. Let's go. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 3. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 4. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 5. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 6. Oh, if you need to take a break, take a break. Don't worry about it. I talk for a long time, so you got plenty of time. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 7. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 8. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 9. Last one. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 10. Oh, man, I'm fried today. What's going on? That is hip cars. Go in reverse. Give your hips a light massage if you need it. And let's get this last leg done. Whew. Hip cars. Reverse. Other side. Keep the core nice and tight. And let's go. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Oof. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. Again, if you're struggling a little bit with balance and you're focusing more on balance than lifting the leg as high as you can in each of these motions, hold on to something, lean against something. All right, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. I have completely forgotten to count, but I'm gonna think that this is 7. 7. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 8. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. 8. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 9. Last one. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. Oh man, that's 10. Whew. That is our hip cars as our first warm-up exercise. If you're just joining and you have no idea what it is we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, build a little community. I try to send good vibes out to the internet, so we make the stretchy, painful, uncomfortable stuff that we do on the floor a little bit more fun, a little bit easier to stay consistent with. So if you like that, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe. We're gonna move on into warm-up exercise number 2. Warm-up exercise 2 is the elephant walk. We're going to fold into an L shape, and we're going to hang out here for a second. If you have a tight low back, you might be feeling a little bit of tension right about now, and that is okay. Breathe, chill for a little bit. Whew. Relax the spine. Now, as you hang out for a little bit longer, you start feeling it more and more in your hamstrings, and I want you to keep on focusing on bringing your belly button down towards the ground. Fold. When you're feeling that intense stretch, we're going to make it even more difficult by moving. I want you to bend one knee, straighten the other leg, keep on bringing the belly button down, and I want you to switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Keep on switching from side to side. Keep on trying to bring the belly button down. And our goal here is to get to a point where suddenly you'll realize, oh, hey, this wasn't so bad. I can do this. But your starting position is probably going to be like, oh, what the heck? Whoa. Ah. And that is okay. You might be feeling it in sort of your glutes and your butt. And that is probably because that is where your hamstrings tie into your skeleton. They connect to the bottoms of your pelvis. You're probably feeling it a little bit in the hamstrings. You're probably feeling it a little bit in your calves and in your toes. In fact, they might be a little bit tingly. And that is okay. Keep on switching from side to side. Keep on trying to bring the belly button down. If it feels like it's not so hard anymore, keep on bringing that belly button down. We're going to keep going for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, pop into a little bit of squat. Come back up into standing. And, that is our elephant walk. Shake out the legs real quick. Give yourself a quick little break. And we're gonna get back into the same position that we were just in to do some thoracic rotation. Thoracic spine is what we're focusing on, and that's pretty much the middle chunk of your back. And the way we're gonna stretch it out looks a little bit like this. We are going to open up our legs decently wide. We're gonna bend one knee. We're gonna take the arm from the bent leg side, reach across the body, and we're gonna push against the outside of the other leg. All right. When we do that, I want you to fold your belly button down. So bent knee, straight leg, forward fold, just like before. And open up that chest. Reach your arm behind you, over your shoulder. Rotate your neck. Look at those fingers. And breathe. Keep on trying to reach over your shoulder. And when you feel like you've reached your maximum, I want you to take a small inhale. And exhale. And see if you can get a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale. And further. Oh, that is half of a rep. We're going to do 5 in total. I talk fast. You don't have to move fast. This is a stretch to help loosen up and get your body relaxed. So take your time. Cool? Other side. Right leg is now bent. Right arm is reaching across the body to the left side. And if you see this mirrored, then just forget everything I said. Bent leg, bent arm, reach across to the other side. Open up. Look up at that hand. Breathe. Reach a little further. Inhale. Exhale. Reach a little further. And that is 1 rep. We got 4 more to go. Let's go. Bent leg. Hand across. Push. And open. Reach. Breathe. Reach. Breathe. We're only doing 5 reps, and it should be pretty possible for you to try and get a little bit deeper into the stretch each rep. If we're doing 100 reps, that's probably not very possible, but for 5, I think you should be able to get a little bit further each time. I think we just finished number 3. Oh, keep going. Rotate, rotate, reach. Breathe. That's 3.5. 4. Last one. Shake out your arms if you need to, if your shoulders are tired. Let's get ready to do number 5. Open. Breathe. Exhale. And other side. Open. Breathe. Exhale. And that is 5 reps. Thoracic rotation. Hopefully your back feels a little bit more loose. Your thoracic spine, the middle part of your spine, is designed to move, and it's designed to move pretty well. It's designed to do most of the movement that your back is going to be using. A lot of us tend not to have that much mobility in the thoracic spine, or at least not anywhere close to its capabilities, and we end up putting a lot of pressure in our low back. If the top half of your back isn't doing its job, it puts a lot of pressure on the low parts of your back and the other parts of your back. And oftentimes a contributor to low back pain is because either your hips or your back, or some combination of the two, are not moving well enough, and it's putting pressure onto the low back that's not designed to move very well. And that's why we suffer a bit from, or that's part of the reason why we suffer a bit from low back pain. Cool? Okay, so thoracic rotation is done. We're done with our second warm-up exercise. We're going to move on to our third warm-up exercise. Third one is the Cossack switch, and it looks a little bit like this. We're going to open up our stance. We're going to try and drop down to one side in a one-legged squat, where this leg over here is just chilling on the heel. We're going to try and sit our butts down as deep as we can, and we're going to scoot our butt from side to side. Yeah, this is crazy hard for you. That's because we haven't warmed up yet. I'm just demonstrating what to expect. Everybody, let's get into a pre-Cossack switch stretch. I want you to pop into a deep squat however you can. I want you to tuck your knees to your chest. I want you to lean a little bit forward so that your ankles are off the ground. You're feeling that stretch in your Achilles tendon, in your calves. And I want you to just hang out here like this. Turn yourself into a little ball. Do a little wiggle. Do a little shake. Pretend you're a Pokeball that just caught a Pokemon and is shaking side to side a little bit. And I don't know if y'all will even get that reference. That's okay. It doesn't matter. From here, we're just gonna hang. We're gonna fold. We want to feel the tension here at the hip from the folding. We want to feel the stretch in our Achilles tendon, in our calves as we lean forward. Part of the reason why I ask you to lean forward is because for a lot of us, we won't have enough mobility. If you start leaning backwards, you'll just fall backwards, and that's not what we want. We're trying to stretch out our ankles, all right? Oh, I think it's about time. Let's get ready to do some Cossack switches. From this position where you are grabbing your knees, I want you to put your hands down on the floor directly in front of you. We're going to extend one leg out to the side, and I want you to plant the heel of the power leg for now. For this movement, there's a lot of stability and balance required, so keeping the heel down on this foot is actually really important to help you stay stable, okay? That means, depending on how much mobility you have, you might have to start your Cossack switches from up here, because that's the only way that you can bring your ankle down to the ground. Some of you might have crazy mobility and get really low to the ground. That's great. That's awesome. Whatever the case, it's all part of the process, so let's scoot our butts across. If you need a little bit of support, you can put your hands down and bring your hips over to the other side. If you need a lot of support and you're also high up, you can potentially do this facing a wall, and you can use the wall to give you a little bit of support, or a chair. Just be careful, because if the chair slides out from in front of you, that's not going to be very helpful. Okay, I think we've done 2 reps. Keep on going, hands down. Give yourself support as you come from side to side. You can experiment with where you point your knees. You can really open up your hips so that your knees point out directly to your left or right. You can rotate your legs so they're pointing a lot closer to directly in front, or maybe even 45 degrees. You can experiment and see what is more comfortable. And, I think this is number 4. Let's keep going from side to side. Try to pause for a second on each end. Get deeper into the stretch. Get compact. Take advantage of that ball-shaped thing that we were doing earlier and work that end range of motion. Squish nice and deep. If you're feeling a little discomfort here on the inside of the knees from this position, when you're scooting in between each of the ends, you can start to add a little bit of an up, across, and then down. Up, across, and then down, so that you still get that squish, you still get that stretch at the end, but now you're putting a little bit less pressure on the inside of your leg as you come across. You don't have to only do these. I recommend you doing a couple of both, trying to keep your hips low as possible, and also the up and across and downs, so that if your knees aren't quite ready to handle it, they're getting a little bit of stimulation, but not getting overworked. All right, I have absolutely no idea how many of these we've done. I was aiming for 10. I feel like we've probably done 10, but let's just do 2 more for good measure. This is 9. 1 more, come all the way across, sink into it, pause, then come back, and this is 10. That is our Cossack switches, and that is all of our warm-up exercises. If you're a little bit worried because you're like, wait, this is just a warm-up, don't worry. This show is mostly about stretching. It's about hip mobility and getting into some side splits. We need to warm up our bodies together so that we get to more or less the same place and have our muscles ready to get some stretching done so that we can make the most out of the stretches that we do. Cool? Man, I'm out of breath. Alright, let's get into the first stretch. Grab a sip of water if you need it, but also go grab something to pad your knee. The hamstring stretch that we're going to do looks a little bit like this. We're going to drop one knee to the ground, we're going to extend one leg out in front, and we're going to fold forward. So, grab a little bit of padding. Could be a yoga block, could be a yoga mat that you roll up a little bit, could be dirty laundry, old towels that maybe don't smell so bad, and you can stick that right under your knee. Couch cushions, dog beds, whatever you want. Just a little bit of padding. Cool? While I catch my breath, I'll get ready to get into the hamstring stretch. For the hamstring stretch, if you have a big enough cushion, if your setup is big enough, you can put both your knees down on the ground, onto the cushion. When you're here, notice how your hips are lined up across your body, right? The left hip is in line with the right hip, and we want to basically maintain this relationship as much as possible. Oftentimes, when we get into this stretch position, you want to reach forward and feel like a badass and doing a split or something already. That's going to put one hip way in front of the other. It's going to rotate your whole entire body, and that is not what we want. We're trying to focus on the hamstring. So pull that leg back in, keep your hips in a straight line across your body, and we are ready to go. I'm going to spin around so you don't have to look at the top of my head. Give me just a second. If you have a leg that is less flexible than the other, hamstring wise, go ahead and start with that one. We spent a little bit more time explaining the first go around. All right, that for me is my left leg, which is what we're stretching, or what I'm stretching. Hips are lined, folding the belly button down to the thigh, and this is how we are starting our hamstring stretch. Breathe, relax, chill, breathe some more. Tell your body, hey, this isn't so intense, this isn't so bad, this is fine. Just let me stay like this amount of stretchy all the time without warm up. That would be nice. Thank you body, thank you brain. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna take a big inhale. When you inhale, I don't want you to pop up because you inhaled so much air into your lungs. I want you to try and stay in the same spot. Then we're going to slowly exhale that air, and while we exhale, I want you to try and fold forward, bring the belly button down deeper into the leg. Your tension is going to increase. I want you to keep on breathing, relaxing, and normalizing after that big inhale, exhale. All right, let's go. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Oh man, that is intense. You're probably feeling a really significant stretch now in your hamstrings, maybe in the glute, maybe in the calves and toes, and I want you to breathe normally. Try to imagine your muscles relaxing and just chilling out. Oh man, okay. We're gonna do one more inhale, exhale, all right? This one will be the final one, and then we're gonna hold this stretch for 30 seconds. You ready? Let's go. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Keep on trying to bring that belly button down to the ground. This is not about your head trying to touch your knee or your chest coming to your knee. It's about bringing the belly button down. So don't put a whole bunch of pressure in your neck, in your upper back. That's just going to make it uncomfortable and unnecessary. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on out of that stretch. Oof, let your leg come back in. That is our hamstring stretch. That is one leg. We still got another leg, so don't get too excited. Oh, breathe, relax, and hopefully in a couple of seconds, your legs will have completely forgotten that we just stretched them and they were so uncomfortable. And we're ready to move on to the next side. Let's go. Again, keep those hips lined up so that they are side by side, not one way in front of the other. Extend the leg out. You can widen your stance a little bit for balance if you need it. Fold that belly button down, and we're ready to go. Chill here for a second. Breathe some normal breaths. Try to relax. And we're gonna inhale, exhale. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Now your hamstrings are crying a little bit, and that is a-okay. Keep on breathing some normal breaths. Imagine your glutes relaxing. Imagine your hamstrings relaxing. Massage your hamstrings. Just grab them and squeeze them with your hand. You don't have to do it any particular way. We're just trying to distract our brain from focusing on the legs. And we're going to do one more inhale, exhale. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Now that you're in an even deeper stretch, you're even more uncomfortable, keep on breathing. Relax. Everything is chill. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21. 20. 19. 18. 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Come on out of that stretch. Oof. Oh, that is our hamstring stretch. That's the first of our 5 stretches. We spent a lot of time in the hamstring stretch. We spent a lot of time taking care of the hamstrings because for most people that tends to be a rough area. And we have a pancake coming up, stretch number 3, that is quite demanding. So we make sure we're prepped. We make sure we're warmed up for that. All right, get rid of the cushions. Get rid of the padding. You don't need that anymore. We're going to move on into stretch number 2. It is the butterfly stretch. If you're just joining in for the first time, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of hip mobility and side splits training. All the stretches that we're doing right now are going to lead up into the side splits, and they pre-stretch some of the muscles that the side splits require you to have stretched. So let's get into stretch number 2. We're doing the butterfly, and I recommend you do this with your back up against the wall. I obviously have a window behind me, but up until about shoulder level, there is some wall. And I want you to put your butt, your mid-back, your shoulders up against the wall and bring your feet in. Pull them in towards your groin. And once you're here in this position, the goal of the butterfly stretch is to stretch out the groin muscles right here. The way you do that is by bringing your knees down into the ground. All right? I always want you to get stronger while you get more mobile, so I want you to use your own muscles to contract the outer thighs and the glutes to pull open your legs a little bit. If you're joining in for the first time and this is new to you, you're not quite sure what muscles you're using to do this, don't worry. If you're feeling a stretch here in the groin while you're contracting, you're doing good. If you see your knees go down into the ground while you're contracting, you're doing good. If they go down just a little bit and they start vibrating and shaking because you're not strong enough to bring them any further, you're still doing good. From here, we're taking our hands and we are pushing a little bit into our legs. When you do this, you'll start feeling pressure in your shoulders. You'll feel pressure in the back of your head pushing into the wall because one end of your arm is pushing your legs down, the other end is pushing your back. But because our back can't go anywhere because of the wall, we'll be able to put a lot more effort into pushing our legs down. Whew, that's a lot of talking. I hope you're in position. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. For some reason, I'm super slippery today. I'm just sliding right out of the stretch. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Keep on pushing those legs down. Keep on contracting those muscles in your leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, relax your arms, relax your muscles. Let everything flop and get loose. Breathe for a second, and when you can, try to flap the wings of your butterfly. Move your legs in and out together. Whew. And once you got them moving again, we're ready to move on into stretch number 3. Stretch number 3 is the standing pancake or the seated pancake. You can do whatever you like. If you're starting out brand new, it might be better to go seated pancake. And if you've been here for a while, definitely do that standing pancake. If you're feeling sore, if you're feeling a bit tired, go ahead and do a seated pancake. But otherwise, standing pancake, let's go. For both stretches, either seated or standing, we're basically doing this. We're trying to open up our legs pretty wide. We're going to fold at the hips, and we're going to bring our belly button down as low as we can go. We're going to first get to this 90-degree angle, all right? Then we're going to keep on going, trying to relax, trying to get deeper and folding forward. All the folding is happening here at the hips. I know there's a little bit of rounding in my upper back and my neck, but we're focusing mostly on what's going on with that low back and the hips. I'm going to grab my leg. I'm going to pull myself down a little bit deeper into the stretch. You can also let gravity do most of the work. Extend your arms out in front of you and let gravity pull you down into a deeper stretch. Whew. You can decide how deep you want to go, but I want you to breathe. I want you to relax. I want you to fold as deep as you can. If you're doing the seated variation, you're going to sit your butt on something, preferably something very stable that won't slide out from underneath you. We're going to open up the legs to either side. Then we're going to bring the belly button down towards the ground. Gravity is going to be very helpful here. So if you elevate your butt a little bit more, you're going to have the ability to get gravity to help you more. Because when you can get your body to horizontal, that is when you'll feel the most leverage here at the hip. Okay? So if you're a little bit flexible already, you can sit down on something lower to the ground. You can get your body to horizontal. You're going to feel that pressure from gravity. If you are too low to the ground, for example, you're sitting on the floor and you don't have enough flexibility just yet, you might get stuck right here. And that's because you're not getting much help from gravity when your upper body is straight up like this. Cool? So, if you're struggling, bring your butt up. Go. Let's go. Oh, I am doing a challenge today to walk 50,000 steps. So, I think I'm going to do the seated pancake and not put any more torture on my body. Let's do the seated variation if you want to follow along. Standing if you know what you're doing. Cool? All right. Sit your butt on something nice and stable. Not going to slide out from underneath you. Open up the legs wide. Fold forward. Bring that belly button in front of you. Bring it down towards the ground. Extend your arms past your head so that your biceps are by your ears. And use that to help bring yourself down. Keep on breathing. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. And see if you can fold just a bit deeper into the stretch. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep on breathing, trying to relax deeper into that stretch. Bring the belly button down into the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come back up out of that stretch. Oh, bring your legs in. Oh, and hug your knees to your chest. Relax. Chill for a little bit. Breathe. Whew. That is our third stretch, the standing or the seated pancake. I just did the seated pancake because, you know, my butt's on the ground on something. And if you did that and you're feeling like it was a really intense stretch, that is because it is absolutely super intense, and that is why we spend so much time warming up the hamstrings prior to this stretch. Whew. It's time to move on. We're going to move on into our fourth stretch. It's either the figure 4 or the pigeon stretch, depending on which you prefer. If you know which one you like, which one you want to do, go ahead and get into position. If you're new to the show, both stretches look a little bit like this. We're going to bring the leg up across the body towards your belly button. We're going to bring our belly button down towards that leg and fold like so. You're going to feel the stretch here in the side of the glute. You might feel it a little bit in the inside of the hip, and you might feel it here in the hamstrings when the leg is bent upwards. That is the basic setup. Yesterday we did pigeon, so I think today we'll do figure 4. And for the figure four, I want you to sit your butt down on the ground, lay down, cross the leg over to one side, and we're going to reach our hand through the triangle you just made and around the other leg. We're going to grab that knee and we're going to pull it in towards our chest. This is going to be a little bit intense potentially, and that's okay. I want you to just breathe through it. Pull the knee in a little bit. Keep breathing. Pull the knee in a little bit, and once you're feeling quite an intense stretch, and you're feeling the stretch here in the side of the hip, we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. If it's feeling easy, if your eyes are closing, you're getting tired, pull harder. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. If your knees are feeling a little bit of tension here, feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you can palm your knee, give it a little bit of support as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, drop the legs, drop the arms. Let your body flop from side to side. Let the low back relax a little bit, and keep on letting your legs flop from side to side. All right, that is part one of our figure four stretch. We gotta flip around and do the other leg. I'm gonna crawl around on my back like a stuck turtle. You can get over however you'd like. We're crossing the leg across the knee, reaching our hands through the triangle around the other leg, and we're pulling the whole thing in towards our chest. Pull, 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 pull. Breathe, relax. Pull, 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 pull. Breathe, relax. Pull some more, and we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep on pulling. 6, 5, 4. Again, you can hug that knee in. 3, 2, 1, 0. Relax. Everything. Drop your hips to the side. You can keep both your shoulder blades down. You can extend and reach your arms to either side and let your hips drop to the left. Let the low back relax. Drop to the right. Let the low back relax. Drop back to the left. Let the low back relax. And breathe. That is our fourth stretch. It's time to get into the fifth and final stretch. We're going to do some side splits, everybody. I hope you're ready. In the meantime, actually, I'm going to crawl over to the chat, see if there's anything going on in the chat that I need to respond to, and then I'll continue. 2 steps up says, where are you located? I'm currently traveling. I am in Asia right now, and that is why it is daylight, even though I'm talking about 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you don't know, since you just followed, we do 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we are running pretty much to the end of our show. It's time for the side splits. Everything we've done so far has been warming up the hips, getting them ready, getting into stretches that prepare us for the side splits, and now it's time for the side splits. Let's go. Before we actually get into it, hold on. Let's talk about safety. I recommend that you do the splits in front of a wall. Usually something like 8 to 12 inches, which is about 1 footstep or 2 footsteps in front of the wall. And that is because We often end up in a position like this where our legs are wide open, we're trying to balance on our hands, we're trying to shift our weight back, and we're squirming around trying to get into a deeper stretch. And sometimes you're going to lose balance and you're going to, oh no, fall on your butt. If you're pretty low to the ground already, it's not the end of the world, no big deal. But if you're higher off the ground, it is going to be quite a bit of a fall. So I recommend you stay pretty close to a wall so that we can have an imaginary wall here. If you start falling backwards, you go, oh, your butt gets stuck, you don't get any further, and you're fine. Cool? 8 to 12 inches in front of a wall. Let's get into the side splits. We're going to open up our legs decently wide. Wide as you want, actually, as wide as is comfortable. If you're feeling discomfort here at the hips, you feel like it's pinching, then I want you to bring your legs in and bring them together just a little bit until that discomfort goes away. From here, we're going to focus on the belly button. We're going to fold forward, point that belly button straight down into the ground. And now that we are in this L shape, you should be able to open up your legs a little bit wider without discomfort, without pinching at the hips. All right, so give that a shot. See if you can open up your legs a little bit further. If you can, I want you to try to put your hands on the ground to give yourself a little bit of support. If you're not quite able to get there, even though your legs opened up just a little bit wider, you can use a little bit of support. Could be textbooks, could be yoga blocks, could be a stool, could be a chair even, and get you into a much higher position. All right. From here, we're going to do the most important thing in the whole entire side split thing, and that is we're going to rotate this leg and the other leg, both legs. We're going to rotate both legs. But what it looks like is we're taking this foot that has been flat down on the ground so far. We're going to rotate that leg so that the heel is down, the toes are up, and the knees are pointing up. When we do this, we're rotating the thigh bone in relationship to the hip bone, to the pelvis, and it's going to keep the bones from smashing into each other. It's going to let us get into a deeper stretch without pain. All right? Go ahead and do both legs. Keep on using your little hand support if you need it, and we're in position. This is a side split stretch. Breathe, relax, see if you can do a little wiggle from side to side and get a little bit deeper into the stretch. If you want, you can try walking your hands back towards your hips so you put more of your body weight right over your hips. Keep on wiggling, keep on trying to get a little bit deeper, and that's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 23, 22. If you feel like you're able to after a couple seconds, you can add another wiggle from side to side. 20, 19, 18. If your hands are getting tired and you can't keep holding that position with your hands back, bring your hands a little bit further forward. Lean into those hands. You might feel more stretching in the inner thigh muscles here when you do lean forward, and that is part of what we need to do, so it's perfectly good. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We are done. Walk your hands forward, crawl, bring your legs in underneath you. That was our first side split. Oh, relax. Breathe for a second. Hang out in this kneeling position until your legs stop going crazy underneath you. And when you're ready, come back into standing. We're going to shake out some of that tension that we just created in our legs, in our hips. If you're waddling around right now like a penguin, that's okay. That's normal. Ooh. Try to shake out your legs, get loose, and we're going to shake it out a little bit methodically right now. I want you to imagine that you stepped in a puddle, or you just got out of the pool, out of the ocean at the beach, and I want you to imagine you're shaking the water off of your leg. I want you to flick the water as far as possible. And the way you do that is by going whoosh, whipping the leg out. All right? The ankle is relaxed, the calf is relaxed, you're going whoosh, and that water droplet is flying really far. That is the mindset I want you to have, and I want you to keep on whipping that leg out. As you get more comfortable with keeping your legs relaxed, you can drop the knee, you can pick up the tempo, you don't have to go as far with the whipping, and we're basically there. We're shaking, we're wiggling, we're flopping, and we're relaxing the muscles in the leg so that we're ready to do a deeper side split stretch next. Other leg, again, we're whipping that leg out. And as you get more comfortable with this position, you can drop the knee down. You can reduce the intensity of that range of motion. Your ankles are still loose and floppy. Your calves are relaxed and just jiggling and wiggling all over the place. 5 to 10 seconds is plenty for each leg. And we're gonna move on into our hips, all right? Our hips contracted and we're struggling to hang out with our legs in that position. So we're gonna try and help them relax with a little bit of movement. I want you to put all of your weight into one leg. I want you to put the big toe or the ball of your foot down on the other side. There's almost no weight on it. You can lift at any time. And I want you to rotate the knee so that's pointing in. Rotate the knee so it's pointing out. In, out, in, out. This isn't about intensity. It's just about gentle movement, letting the hip muscles here and in the glute relax, chill, just cool. We're gonna do the same on the other side. Again, all the weight is in one leg. The other leg that's moving, put the ball of the foot down, put the big toe down, and shaking the leg in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. If it looks like you can turn this into a stanky leg, turn it into a dance move, you can do some other stuff with it, add it in, make it fun, do the dance. All right, that is what we do in between side splits, and it's time to get into side split number 2. Cool. So let's get 8 to 12 inches in front of the wall so that if you start falling backwards a little bit, your butt will just rest against the wall. You won't fall all the way into the floor and hurt your tailbone. And we're ready to get into some side splits. Open up those legs wide as you can comfortably get into. If you're feeling pinching in the hips, it's feeling uncomfortable right here, you can bring your legs in a little bit. And once you're comfortable, we're folding forward, bring the belly button down towards the ground. From here, because you're folded forward, your legs should be able to open up a little wider without discomfort, so go ahead and give that a shot. Put your hands down on the ground if you can. If you can't, you can elevate them with yoga blocks, with textbooks, with a stool, a chair, and we're going to chill here for a second. Relax. Breathe. We're going to externally rotate this leg. And by this leg, I mean both legs. From this position, where your foot is flat on the ground, I want you to rotate the leg so that the whole thing is going backwards. And you'll know it's gone backwards when your heel is down, your toes are up, and your knees are pointing up. Make sure to do both sides. From here, you can do a little wiggle from side to side. See if you can get just a little bit deeper. Again, this position makes it so that our hip bones don't smash into our thigh bones and makes it so that the side splits hurt less. Cool? Once you're here, you can try to walk your hands back towards your hips to put more body weight over your legs. You can lean a little bit further forward instead to feel more of a stretch in your inner thighs. And those are your options. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward, bring your legs in underneath you. That is our second side split stretch. Chill, relax, breathe. Try to exhale, relax those muscles as much as possible. And when you're ready, let's come back into standing. Let's shake out the limbs and get back into side split number 3. Come back into standing. Waddle around a little bit if you need to. Waddle, 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 waddle. And is that an AI summary? That is an AI summary, not a comment. Okay. Once you're back, let's shake out the legs. Again, if you're just coming in, I want you to flick your legs like you're trying to get a water droplet to fly off your toe as far as you can. Pretend you're trying to flick it into the face of your friends, or even better, your enemies. And from there, instead of whipping with so much effort, drop the knee, relax it, keep on whipping, keep on shaking, and then you can reduce the intensity of that movement and make it a little bit more gentle. Flop around, shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. And same thing on the other side. We're trying to whip that leg out. So your calves are loose, your ankles are loose, and once you get used to maintaining that chill relaxedness, you're gonna drop the knee, relax all the muscles in your leg as much as you can. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. Of course, you can always add in your arms. They're not working as hard as your legs, but your hands are holding your body weight up, they're holding you up, so you can flop them out too. Relax, wiggle. All right, hips time. Let's go all your way into one leg. Ball of the foot, big toe down on the ground, almost no weight. Knees in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Notice the rest of the body is not really moving. It's just this leg where it attaches at the hip, coming in and out. Other side, all the weight in one leg, toe or ball of the foot down on the other one. Bring the knee in and out, and 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 in and out. Again, if it's starting to look like dance moves and you're having a little bit of fun with it, please continue, because stretching is a pain in the butt, quite literally sometimes, and if you can make it more fun, make it more enjoyable, it's going to be a lot easier to stick with it and stay around. So dance and have fun. Cool? That is side split cool down relaxing number 2. Let's get into side split number 3. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of whatever it is you're prepared to kind of fall into, if you need to. Knock on wood that you don't. That's wood. And let's go. Open the legs decently wide, wider if you can. When there's discomfort or pinching at the hips, bring your legs in just a little bit, and then focus on bringing your belly button down towards the ground. Fold forward. From here, if you can, reach the ground. If you can't, use some blocks, some stools, some chairs, and get comfy. All right. From here, we're going to externally rotate our legs. What that means is, instead of having our foot flat on the ground, we're going to rotate it back so that the heels are down, the toes are up, the knees are pointing up. We're doing that on both legs. Whoosh. Doing this opens up our hips so that we can get into a deeper stretch without our thigh bone smashing into our hip bones. And we need it for the side splits, so this is very important. Okay? Again, heels down, toes up, knees pointing up on both legs. From here, we're in our side splits. I want you to try to do a little tiny bit of a wiggle from side to side. See if you can break the friction holding your feet back. Get a little bit deeper into the split. And we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. If this whole time your arms have been locked out straight underneath you, I want you to experiment with bending your elbows. You might suddenly feel like the stretch just got twice as hard, and you have absolutely no idea why. Bend the elbows. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 13, 12. If you feel like your muscles have relaxed a little bit, see if you can do another wiggle and get a little bit deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward. Oh, bring your legs in. Oh, man. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ah, kneel. Relax. Breathe. Ah, grunt. Groan. Make whatever sound effects you need to. And when you're ready, come back into standing. If you are struggling, you're waddling a little bit, that's absolutely okay. That is the purpose of why we shake out our legs afterwards. So take your time and let's slowly shake out those legs. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. If you're joining in for the first time, like right now, we start this by flicking water off of our toes, and it's more intense, more aggressive, but we want the calves and the ankle relaxed, like you're trying to flick the water as far as possible, as hard as you can. And once you've mastered that relaxation, I want you to drop your knee, let other things in your leg relax. Now I want you to keep up the tempo. Pick up the pace. Flop, 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 flop. All right. Other side. Flop, 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 flop. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. This is all about trying to get your muscles to relax. When we do the side splits, we put a lot of tension into those muscles. That's why all of a sudden we're waddling, because our muscles are all confused and crazy. And when we flop up around like this, there's just no way there's a bunch of tension in your leg, right? If your ankles are going all over the place, your ankles aren't super tense. If your calves are flopping all over the place, they're not super tense. And that means they're relaxed. All right, we're gonna work on the hips just a little bit. We're gonna stand on one leg. We're going to drop the ball of the foot, the big toe down. We're gonna bring the knees in and out, side to side, get a little bit of movement for the hips. You can relax these muscles around the glutes, around the hips. Don't have to do very many, just a couple quick ones to help loosen up the muscles. The faster you go, the more you can get the quad muscles here to relax. So if you come up to your big toe and you start shaking really hard from side to side, in and out, you can get your whole entire quad, your upper thigh area, to go back and forth and wiggle and go crazy. All right, you can try that, see if that is any fun. And that is all the shaking that we're going to do. Hopefully your legs, your hips are feeling a little bit more relaxed. We're going to jump into our joint checks. We just wrapped up all of the working out, and now we're just going to make sure everything is working well and smoothly together. What that looks like is we're going to start with some hip circles. Ooh, some hula hooping looking motions, some exaggerated hula hooping, I guess. And I want you to check to see if any of the muscles in your hip feel a little bit tight, feel a little bit tender, need a little bit of love. I feel quite a stretch here on the left and right sides of the hip after side splits, so I like to spend a couple of seconds just stretching it out here and here. The reason why we do the hip circle is to get through as much range of motion as possible, so you can identify what's a little bit tight, what needs a little bit of attention. If you have a tight low back, you might start feeling it if you bend a little bit more forward. Cool? All right, that is part one. We're gonna do a quick high knee just to make sure the hip flexors in the front of our hips are working. You don't have to do very many. One or two will tell you if they're uncomfortable, if they're working or not. From here, we're gonna bring our feet pretty close together, and we're gonna pop into a squat. In this squat, I want you to try to bring your chest towards your knees. And I want you to try to bring your knees in front of your toes. When you do this, your Achilles tendon is going to be quite stretched out. You're going to feel it in your calves. And because all of your body weight is going really forward, your toes and your feet are going to be working really hard to keep you from falling forward. All right? Once you're in this position, I want you to try your best to come up on a calf raise. Try to balance your weight in the ball of the foot in between the big toe and the pinkies. Come up and down a couple of times. 3 or 4 is plenty. If you're able to do that, you're able to maintain balance, you're able to fold forward, you're going to put a lot of tension in your toes, in your feet, in your ankles, in your calves, in your knees, in your quads, folding at the hip, keeping that low back controlled, and you probably have pretty solid movement between your joints, between your muscles, and between your tendons. So I think that means we're done with our joint check. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the live. Again, we do this every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern to practice the number one quality, consistency. If you do just one day, it's fine, it's great. It's fantastic. You got some exercise in. But if you want to make progress, oftentimes one day is not enough, and you got to put in some consistency to make a little bit of progress. The show is designed so that you can probably do most of the exercises that we just did every single day. And I do the live every single day at the same time, so you can put it into your schedule, put it into your calendar, make time for it, so that we can all stretch and make a little bit of progress together. That is our live, and that is our goal. So if you enjoyed the live, if you want a little bit of help staying consistent, if you like the good vibes I try to bring out to the internet while we suffer on the floor in our deep stretches together, make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to keep coming back. Whew, Chase says no lagging today. Amazing. That's crazy. I literally didn't change a single thing from yesterday, and there was no lag today. Thank you for letting me know, Jay. I appreciate it. Chef Ratatouille says, hi, good morning. Have a nice smiley face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a great day as well. Travel with Roxy's answering some questions about going live. These would be amazing on YouTube and they would make you money 24/7. We have videos live on 24 on YouTube. They are not making money 24/7. I wish they were. We aren't monetized. But if you want to support and watch on YouTube, we're trying to get 4,000 watch hours so that they can be monetized. That would be lovely. Yes. So every single live that we record, I have one phone here for TikTok and one phone here for YouTube. And the live recording gets posted onto YouTube. So if you're ever looking for one live in particular, that's where you'll find it on YouTube. The username is the same. It's at splits on the side. So the same username for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And you can go ahead and check those out. If, for example, I make other content. If you want to do the live, or at least the stretches in the live, but you don't have the time or you can't make the regular schedule, we have a quicker video that has no talking. There's no explanation. We just jump into the stretches, do them for 30 seconds, and move on. That video is about 15 minutes long, and it is in the long form, the regular YouTube format type of videos, and you can go ahead and check those out. Cool. I'm going to scroll through the chat a little bit more, see if there's anything else to respond to. This is definitely nice post the splits, so you must have enjoyed shaking out the legs. I appreciate you coming in. Kilmar says thanks. Thank you for coming back, Kilmar. It's good to see you. And scrolling. Jeff Hall sends a whole bunch of hearts and emoji thingies. Thank you. It's good to see you, Jeff. Or I guess see your username, because I don't actually see anybody, just usernames. All right, let's scroll back down to the bottom of the chat and see what's up. Nothing since no lagging today. So I think we're pretty much done with the live. I'm going to scroll once again just a little bit to the top to see if there's any questions that I missed while we were going, because I have to be pretty far back there to make sure you can see what my body is doing to guide the live. And I am back up to where everybody was saying hello. So I think this is where we're wrapping up. Kilmar says hello. Chareth says hello. Travel with Roxy says hello. Che says hello. And sending great energy into live. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. All right. Whew. Sorry, I'm going to scroll back down to the bottom to make sure I don't miss a message while I'm rambling. Travel with Roxy says, I've been trying to do more of that post-workouts. Yes, the shaking of the legs after the stretch. Good. Yes, relaxation is super useful, because if you train anything, even if you're, just doing a lot of walking, taking a lot of steps, your muscles tense up, they contract, and the more you use them, the more tense they will be, typically, unless you try your very best to relax them. And we all know about the other ways of relaxing, massage, not using them for a while, drinking electrolytes. But one important way that you can control that's fast for relaxing your muscles is shaking them out. It's not the shaking in and of itself that makes them loose. It's that to shake, they have to be a little bit more loose, right? If your muscles are really tight, say in your arms, right, and you're trying to shake out your arms, you'd probably be doing like a weird King Kong thing. And that is not quite what we want. We want the arms to be loose and floppy so you can fully extend your arms, so that for the next bicep curl that you do, you're able to get that full range of motion and contract the whole entire arm. So trying to see how to explain more stuff without going off on a tangent. I don't think there's anything else to explain. We're relaxing to help our muscles contract when we want them to contract and relax when we want them to relax. As we train, shaking out, wiggling, getting loose helps the muscles to chill out, so that you can go back and do things that you want to do without your muscles randomly going and cramping up. It's not foolproof. It's not going to completely stop cramping, but it's a quick way to help relax the muscles a little bit and give you a little bit more control to how your muscles are behaving. If you're cramping a lot, make sure to have some salt, some potassium, some electrolytes, and yeah, that's it. That's our live. Thank you again, everybody, for coming in. Again, we do these lives every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That means we started an hour and 5 or an hour and 6 minutes ago. And we do this every single day. So feel free to come back in tomorrow. Make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe to get notified for it. You might not get notified for it because we have a lot of people, and I don't think TikTok or YouTube sends out notifications to everybody all at the same time. So look out for the live link on the profile. hopefully that will be up before the live. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. Che says thank you, and we are wrapping up. Goodbye. See you soon.